Young Quentin Tarantino, visionary on the keynotes. 30 seconds for the reload. Wildlife Nat Geo, keep an eye out for the B-roll. I'm knocking, looking through the peephole. I'm the necessary evil. Play a part and get a sequel. I got that lyrical vandalism. Sound like I'm having an aneurysm. You get more static than televisions. I'm trying to channel high definition. I find the X and get straight to digging. They see the cross and think I'm a Christian. You don't catch shit like you puddle fishing. With you, we all gotta be optimistic. Been at this shit for a long time. I got this verse from the archives. It was sitting right next to the carbine. Looking down on me, I pray to your shine. No academy, straight to the front line. Hustle the ball like a sports guide. It's a mirror and I look like a Norse god. All that worship and shit come with your job. Young Quentin Tarantino, visionary on the keynotes. 30 seconds for the reload. Wildlife Nat Geo, keep an eye out for the B-roll. I'm knocking, looking through the peephole. I'm the necessary evil. Play a part and get a sequel. Me and you are not an equal. I get love from many people. Got me feeling like I'm Nino. I'm charging 20 for a Dino. I'm packing heavy daily just in case. I run up on you, put the blade to face. I make your bitch sing Amazing Grace. And then my niggas go and snatch your lace. I pull up stunting at you at the party. Got a lot of weed and some black Bacardi. I'm a fancy nigga who eat calamari. I'ma still pimp it even after 40. After 40 nights, she ain't coming back. If you catch up with her, she'll be cooking crack. She gon' hit you with that what you're looking at. I'ma have to charge you like an extra stack. Quick and easy, I be in and out. James Harden with the dribble drive. I hit the lane, moving side to side. Fast break down the I-5. Young Quentin Tarantino, visionary on the keynotes. 30 seconds for the reload. Wildlife Nat Geo, keep an eye out for the B-roll. I'm knocking, looking through the peephole. I'm the necessary evil. Play a part and get a sequel. Young Quentin Tarantino, visionary on the keynotes. 30 seconds for the reload. Wildlife Nat Geo, keep an eye out for the B-roll. I'm knocking, looking through the peephole. I'm the necessary evil. Play a part and get a sequel.
All right. Mixtape show. We are back, man, and we got a special guest in the building, man. I had to go ahead and catch up with the homie because he in town here in Dallas. Got the homie Amir Jackson, man.
What up, man?
What's
Thanks
good,
for having me, man.
What's good, my man?
Already.
First of all, appreciate you taking your time out of your birthday turn up to spend time with us, man.
Yeah, man. You know, I had to come out here. Birthday 29, you know what I'm saying? Blessed to be alive. Happy to wake up. So, you know, I wanted to come out here and just, you know, kick back, put myself in a good situation, you know what I'm saying? Just be around, you know, an environment and the people that, you know, are close to me. So I decided to make a little drive up here from Houston, you know what I'm saying? Definitely wanted to get some work in. So, you know, it's never a dull moment, an idle moment with me. So at all times, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking to connect and, you know, get something productive done at, you know, at any point in time. So birthday or not, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get some business taken care of. So I'm here.
Dope, man. So as your birthday gift to the public, man, you just released this amazing piece of work, AS3, Antisocial 3, man. Congratulations on that one.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, you know, AS3 just dropped July 14th, my birthday, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put something out that everybody knew, you know, I had put some time and energy into, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I put out a lot of music, a lot of singles, but, you know, this time I wanted people to know, hey, I'm finna work on something and it's going to take me a little bit of time, but I want y'all to listen to it and tune into it when I'm finished, you know what I mean? And that's what I feel like I did. And since I've dropped it, man, I've got a lot of good feedback so far. So, you know, I'm really happy with the product that I put out. You know, I stand behind it 100%. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm excited for more people to hear it.
All right. How long did it take you to put this project actually together?
Man, so believe it or not, this project is actually, I'd say it's a couple years old, to be honest. You know, one of those songs on there is at least 2 years old. It's a sound that kind of evolved over time. You know, there's a lot of music that didn't make the cut for the mixtape that I kind of left out. But, you know, 2-year process, you know, I really wanted to slow down, just take my time, not rush anything. You know, I kind of do a lot of the production on my own. So I wanted to make sure that the quality met what I was actually saying, you know, the content. Okay. So, I just took my time with it. Didn't rush anything. Wanted to make sure, like I said, everything was solid in place, and that way I could feel confident about releasing that project.
All right, and this is definitely a dope project, bro. Man, did you you did all the tracks yourself? We were talking off air about that, and you was telling me how you pretty much you was a one-man band, right, basically on this project.
Yeah, man. On this one right here, I was a one-man band. Technically, not technically. I actually had somebody. I actually did go to the studio and record it, but I ended up using, my own masters. And the reason why is just because I kind of felt like, after putting that much energy and focus into something that I had my hands on from the very beginning, I really just wanted to see, what that reception would be, what that, I didn't want to put it off on, somebody else's responsibility. Okay, you're in charge of the mix and the master. And now if somebody says they don't like it, I can fall back on, okay, it was because you didn't do it right. You know what I mean? Like I wanted all that responsibility to lay on my hands. That way I could really see what I was getting out of it. You know what I mean? And because, again, like I said, I did take my time on this. I did put a lot of energy and effort into it. And I wanted to see and kind of gauge, where I was at. You know what I mean? Like I know what I put into it and I know what I expected from it. And I wanted to see if that lined up with what really happened.
Okay. So what were some of the things that you learned in the process of doing all this by yourself, by putting this project together?
I would say that you learn a lot. You learn how hard it is to actually be successful in this business. You know what I mean? When you're putting together a project by yourself, you kind of wear all the hats. So you understand what it's like to be a producer. You understand what it's like to be a mixing engineer. You understand what it's like to be a mastering engineer. You understand what it's like to be an artist. You understand what it's like to be a songwriter. You understand what it's like to be a label, because now you got to put a marketing plan together. Now you have to set up different things. So, all of this comes into play, and it just, it opens you up to understanding and pretty much having a better awareness of what's going on around you. It's not, a lot of people, I think, have a myth of, oh, you can just pick up a microphone, start singing, start rapping, and, everything will work itself out. It's not really like that. There's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes. There's a lot of, spinning wheels that have to all be fluid and congruent with each other in order for things to line up and work out how you plan on them. And you have to be very adaptive to, changes in life and anything that can be thrown your way, because again, you are one person. So you can only do so much by yourself, but it can be done. And that's what I realized with this project, is that if you put your mind to it and not worry about the timeline so much, just worry about making sure your content is at the level that it needs to be, eventually you'll get to that point where you can release something that's A1.
Definitely, man. Because I know when last time we talked on the show, you had just recently moved out to Houston, and the looking for a job thing and all of that.
Right.
But when this project dropped, man, it's like you didn't miss a beat throughout this project, man. It's like you were focused. Like I told you off air, man. It's like it was so aggressive as far as the way you were attacking these beats on this, man. It's like you had something to prove on that one. So I that's just hats off to you, bro. Because I know,
I appreciate it.
Because I was telling you too, man. I'm going through moving right now, and it's bothering me. So the fact that you have time to, looking for a job, moving, and still put in that work to put a project together, and it sounds, great, bro. Like it's sonically it's great. The lyrics are on point, man, and it's definitely up there in my top 3 right now. I'm jamming right now. So
I appreciate that, man. I mean, just. You gotta put yourself in a position to where, or in a mind state, really. I put myself in a mind state that I wasn't gonna let anything get in the way of this mixtape. It didn't matter if it was, personal. It didn't matter if it was work related. It didn't matter what it was. I was gonna focus and make sure that I needed to take care of what I wanted to take care of at that time. You know what I mean? Like, you hear too many people give excuses. Well, this happened or that happened. And it's like, yeah, but you're so talented. You know what I mean? Like that should have overstepped all of that. You know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure that I could show myself more than anybody that, it doesn't matter what's going on around you in your peripherals. You can stay focused. You can maintain the course. And, if you hold fast and just remain steady, things will start to shake for you. You know what I mean? Doors will start to open up for you. And it's just all about being persistent, man. It sounds cliche. It sounds like, out of the book or whatever. but it's real. That's why everybody says it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because these are real, these are the real things that happen, on a day-to-day basis that allow you to become, the person that you want to be. So when I was creating this project and, just thinking about that, using that as motivation, making sure that, I kept my head straight, stayed focused, that carried me a long way. And again, like I said, it allowed me to put out a project that I'm happy to release. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it crazy how the simple things in life and the basic things in life are the things that get you over the top?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought more or less it would be, my grandma just passed away not too long ago. So
R.I.P. Sorry about that.
No problem. I thought that, that would be my main motivation. You know what I mean? And she was a big part. But again, just like you said, it was the little things. You know what I mean? It was just, getting off of work late and laying in bed and not really being tired and just knowing that there's somebody else out there at the studio putting in work, you know what I mean? Or just knowing that there's somebody else out there mixing their song or, anything like that. And that just kind of led me to be, okay, let me get up. Let me go in here. Let me work on this mix a little bit more. Let me go in here. Let me rewrite this verse again. Let me see what else I can come up with. Or let me go back in here and, let me tweak this or let me tweak that. So, all these things, they come into play. You find motivation in the weirdest ways. It's going to be different for everybody. Again, somebody might find a family member as motivation or a situation that they're in as motivation. Again, whatever it is that you have out there, grab onto it and hold it because that energy, it's going to take you a long way. You know what I mean? And it's going to put that fire in you. That's going to make sure that you get things done as long as you stay focused.
So do you consider yourself are you your competition right now?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? I would like to, give some credit to somebody else out there. You say, they standing in my way. But, kind of goes back to one of the lines that I said in AS3, if I'm in the corner, there's a champ in the ring. And the reason why I say that is because, it's all or nothing, at this point. So, I really don't see anybody that's standing in my way. I don't view anybody out here that's, preventing a roadblock for me or, putting up a roadblock for me. Like, again, like you said, it's only me. It's what am I willing to do? How far am I willing to take it? How far am I willing to put myself out there? How much exposure am I going to put myself into to actually garner that attention that I say I'm looking for in order to, provide and do the things that I want to do. So, it's definitely, me against myself and I ain't standing in the way.
Exactly, man. So let's talk about this project, man. AS3, man. How many joints we got on there?
Got 10 tracks.
Okay. And then it's not original productions, mixtape, correct?
Yeah, it's a mixtape, no original production on here. I just went on pretty much YouTube, SoundCloud, found something I liked, and I put it out there and I put my words over to it. It's not something that, I was looking to make a big statement with. It was really this mixtape, to be honest with you guys, this mixtape was a makeup for AS2. Okay. So I dropped Antisocial. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my first mixtapes that I came out with. But when I dropped AS2, I rushed it.
Yeah.
And, I didn't take my time. I was just listening to the fans that I had who wanted new music at that time. And, I just kind of put out a project that I did not like, you know what I mean? So it's still out there for the world to hear. So, you guys can go back and pick it apart if you want to, but I didn't like it at all. I think maybe there's one song that I might listen to every now and then.
Okay.
But again, like I said, I definitely wanted to make up for that with this project. And that was something that I definitely kept in the back of my mind the whole time.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that too. And that's maybe why when I heard this project, how aggressive it is, because I remember we talked about, you said that, you loved the first one and the second one you went to Kino. So this one is kind of like your redemption.
Right. Definitely.
So do you think that, you think justice is served as far as that?
I think I released a lot of that energy and anger from that, that experience. Like you said, you hear that aggression in my voice. You hear, that hunger in there. I always feel like I can get better. I always feel like the next song that I write is better than the last one. And then again, like I said, this mixtape that I just dropped, it's a couple years old. So you guys are kind of hearing the old me, you know what I mean? And not necessarily what I've been going through right now currently.
All right.
So I'm more excited about the new music that I'm dropping. And that, tends to happen on a consistent basis. But it's the new music that I'm really ready to get everybody on, because again, it is all original production. I've met up with a lot of dope producers, just from dropping this mixtape, talking about it, putting it out there, being out there in the scene, doing stuff like this. giving me a lot of exposure here lately. So that's opened me up to some pretty dope producers that are out here and, in the DFW that I didn't even know existed. You know what I mean? So now that I got these guys, they know me, they're sending me, beat packs in the email's lit right now. So, I'm really excited about, all the new stuff that I'm working on. That's not to say, just push AS3 to the side. Definitely not. But, it's an evolving sound, and it's always growing. It's always something that's evolving. And that's what I think makes me, very special in a way, is because you're not going to get that same sound every time. You know what I mean? It's going to be something unique. It's going to throw you for a curveball. It'll be true to me. It'd be true to that style that you get and that delivery that you get with me and that raw content that you get with me. But it's always going to be something new, fresh, and flavorful. You know what I mean?
Definitely. This project reminds me of, and I'm a hip hop nerd. So I was, as far as the mixtape game, I remember when 50 dropped his first one that he put out. 50 Cent is the Future, and that energy before he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying was kind of that. Wiz Khalifa when he dropped the Cushion Orange Juice.
Yeah.
That energy before he dropped out that Rolling Papers album.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a music fan and a hip hop fan, man, like I hear the energy on this mixtape, man, and kind of got me one like, okay, what's coming down? What's around the corner? You know
right.
Because he kind of teasing us right now with this project, bro.
Yeah. That's the vibe that I wanted to generate. You know what I mean? That's the whole aura that I wanted to create when it came to releasing this project. I wanted people to look forward to what I had coming up next. You know what I mean? This is just a mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is free. You can have this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about this. You know what I mean? And it's so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, this is not tangible. You know what I mean? The album. Yeah. That's something that you need to be looking out for, because that's when the thought really goes into this. The mixtape is just having fun. It's just spitting random stuff. It's just, full of emotion, just letting all that energy out. You know what I mean? Just letting that emotion out. With the album, it's more of a concentrated effort. You know what I mean? It's okay now that I have your attention. Yeah. Let me show you what you're watching. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like getting everybody into the circus.
Exactly. Come on, we got this big old elephant doing a headstand over here, and you guys are looking like, what is that? And once we get you in the tent, we show you what's really going on. So,
well, just to show you love for this mixtape, man, we talked about it earlier, so now we can make it official. I wanted to stream the mixtape on our station. We can do it for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever you want to do it. So I'm gonna upload it. We're gonna start promoting this joint, man, because I want the people to hear this joint for real.
Definitely.
So we're gonna start streaming the mixtape after this interview, after the show, and then we'll just we'll draw that traffic to where we got to go, man. So they can listen to this
man,
joint.
I appreciate it, man. Everything you do for the underground scene is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really came out here and you grabbed life by the horns out here in Texas, man. You got those New York roots. So you really came out here, man, and you've been holding it down since you've been out here. I salute you on everything that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the energy and the good vibes you bring out to us, you know what I'm saying? Because as an underground artist, as an indie artist, there's not a lot of people out here that provide platforms for us to do stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? You're either in the huddle or you're out the huddle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and a lot of people that are out the huddle deserve to be in the huddle, but they'll never get a chance, because their number's not being called. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you give a lot of people that platform to where they can have their number called, and they can be that next man up. You know what I'm saying? So I think that overall it's, like I said, it's a growing process. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of these younger artists have to understand, is that, you can be talented. You could have, the best flow. You could have, the perfect image. You know what I mean? You could be popular in high school, whatever the case may be. I wasn't popular in high school. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm filling up rooms everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a full room in here.
So it's all about what you put into it. You know what I'm saying? And I really wanted people to feel like, okay, we seen where he was before this. He told us what was going on. He told us what to expect. Now it's here. We have it. And now it's time to digest it and see, what the hype is all about.
Exactly. So what are some of the things that you've taken from this project that you just completed, that you got this off your chest, and now you're going to bring into the album? So what's one of the biggest learning curves that, now I'm in album mode, so this is what I got to do?
Right. So, now that I'm in album mode, I definitely learned as I was creating this mixtape, you have to be, again, like I said, focused. And I think that's what kills a lot of people, is just maintaining that focus. Like if you want to be a doctor, you got to put in, 12 years of school just to become a doctor. You know what I mean? If you want to become a professional football player, you got to put in 15 plus years before you even make it to the combine. You know what I mean? Same thing for the NBA. Whatever you want to do in life, you got to put that time in. And I think it's the same thing with the music industry, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. So that focus is what I'm looking most forward to carrying over into that album mode, because I feel like people, they hear me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no more of like, okay, do you think I can rap or not?
Exactly.
Like, that's not a question anymore. Like, people are like, okay, you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got it. So now what you gonna do with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so now I have to get out of that mindset of, okay, I need to validate myself on, okay, being this person or that person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are who you think you are. Now it's time to go out there and show them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think with AS3, I got that validation from the people that I was looking for, to give me that feedback and say, yes, bro, this is it. And now it's like, okay, now I can go full force beast mode with it. You know what I mean? I can put the pen to paper. I can really concentrate and put together a project that people are going to appreciate and tell a story, because everybody going to want to know, well, who is this guy?
Uh-huh.
Who is this guy that's getting all this TV time now? Who's this guy that's on the radio now? Who's this guy that says he's, got so-and-so on lock? You know what I mean? So who is this guy that everybody's buzzing about? And then you go and you listen to the album, and then you get all your answers.
Exactly. So I know you kind of in the baby stages of this new project, though. So we got an idea of what kind of sound we want, what kind of message we want across for this joint.
So for this one, we are in the early stages. I've always got a ton of music on standby, ready to be released. I can drop like two more mixtapes right now if I wanted to.
Okay.
But overall sound that I'm looking for, again, when I go into the studio and I create, I don't look to create a specific sound. You know what I'm saying? I don't look to go in there and say, this is what I'm going to talk about, or that's what I'm going to talk about. I look to go into a situation where it's like, all right, how do I feel today? You know what I'm saying? What am I going through right now? Right now I'm feeling pretty good. It's a little toasty in Texas right now. You know what I'm saying? AC don't seem like it's working in here right now. So, if the mic was turned on and I was recording something, it would be something with that energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just how I'm feeling at that moment, because you never can predetermine how you're going to feel in the future. I'm real big on living in the now and being in the moment. You know what I mean? Like anything can end at the split of a second. So enjoy where you at right now. So that's what you're going to get from my music. If I write a song, that's what I was feeling at the time that I wrote that song.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because your emotions are going to fluctuate and change on a day-to-day basis. Even throughout the day, you might wake up in the best of moods. By 12 o'clock, you're pissed off. By 3 o'clock, you're hungry. 5 o'clock, you're horny. You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock, you're ready to kill the world. 10 o'clock, you're ready to wake up and do it all over again the next morning. You know what I mean? So you go through these different cycles of emotions and feelings throughout the day, throughout your life, depending on what's going on. And that's what I do, man. I just go in the studio. If something bothers me, if it's weighing heavy on the heart, if I'm angry, if I'm mad, I just take that same energy and I turn it into a hit.
There you go, man. So you got any visuals coming up for this project?
Got some visuals coming up for the project, so definitely look out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shoot a couple videos for the mixtape. I haven't been very visual here lately, so that's something that I want to break into. Make sure people can see me. You know what I'm saying? They definitely, like I said, they hear me now. So now it's about putting the total package together. You know what I'm saying? And again, just doing everything on your own. It's a process and it's a step-by-step thing, because I know there's going to be a lot of people out there who listen to this and watch this, and they're going to, they may feel like, well, damn, this guy probably got a solid team behind him, or, he's probably got this person and that person working with him. And it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really like that. And the people that you even look up to, and that's what I've really picked up on, is like the people that I idolize, you know what I mean? And people that I was like, man, this guy's a god. You know what I mean? Like, you meet these people and you see how they move and how they operate, and you realize he's doing the same thing as me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He may have a better microphone. He may be in the studio or whatever, but it's the same grind, it's the same hustle. You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
it's nothing different. You a man, just like I'm a man. We put our pants on the same way. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So there's nothing that should hold me back from doing what another successful person is doing. You know what I mean? He just
Exactly.
put that time, that energy, and that grind into it. And you know, a part of it is being, you know, who you know, not what you know. But I mean, at the same time, if you know everything, it doesn't matter who you know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, I know that for a fact myself, man. I'm a one man operation, because you see me when I got here. I set up my own stuff, and
Facts.
so
Facts.
you got to know how to work the whole operation
Facts.
before you can hire somebody.
Facts.
So definitely, man. Well, man, I can't wait to hear this new project, bro. And like I said, we're gonna definitely stream the mixtape on the station. I even think the homie MJAD gonna do a write up on. Oh no, he actually did it.
Yeah, so
shout out to DJ MJAD,
yeah,
man.
Next generation DJs, man. Shout out to y'all. I just listened to the podcast actually yesterday, last night, and it's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you guys are doing what I think is going to be the future of, you know, streaming entertainment. You know what I mean? And like you said, we was talking off air. You know, FM radio is dying, or you know, it's got a lifespan of about 3 to 5 years. You know, moving forward, what's the next wave? What's the next crave? And you know, people are consuming media on a much higher level. You know what I mean? It's a lot faster. It's a lot more high quality. You need visuals with music, with, you know, it's pretty much, you got AR, everything. You pretty much need to be able to reach out and touch something in your computer screen for you to think that it's real. You know what I mean? So I think that the platform that you guys have, what you guys got coming up in the future, I think that's going to be something that, you know, spearheads, you know, the next generation of streaming multimedia, because again, it's all visual now, you know, and it's a total package, and you have to bring everything to the table. You have to put it together and present it the right way, or nobody's going to take you seriously. Nobody's even going to waste their time, because attention spans have decreased over, you know, the past couple of decades to where if you don't catch somebody within the first 10 to 15 seconds, you're not going to get anything.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You know what I mean? So just knowing that, studying the game, studying how people operate, knowing the business side of things as well, which is very important.
Very important.
That'll just, it makes it easier. Like you said, I like what you said. I can come in and out of a room a lot quicker. You know, that stood out to me, because you know, how many times have I went to a studio or a writing session or anywhere, and you get there and you think you have a collective individuals who, you know, are all on the same path and focus realm, but 10, 15 minutes later, you're like, I got to get out of here. Because these guys, they're not on the same level as me. They're not thinking how I'm thinking. They're not saying the right things. You know what I mean? They're not using the right lingo, all that stuff. Being where I'm at now, I feel like I've reached a level to where I notice that stuff. Like you said, you can walk into the room, you can tell if it's going to be successful business trip or not. You know what I mean? And I think that's very key to becoming successful, if you want to become successful, because, you know, there's a lot of trap doors you can fall into, and there's a lot of, you know, money pockets that can, you know, take away everything that you got going on, that you saved up for, that you worked hard for. And that'll create a lot of, you know, doubt and a lot of discomfort, you know, because you got to be in a comfort zone when you're creating, you know what I mean? And if you have all these doubts in your mind, if you have all these, you know, worries or, you know, questions about, you know, where you should be going, where your money should be going, what you should really be doing, you know, a lot of that can kill your momentum. And when you're creating, you want to make sure you don't kill your momentum, because that momentum will carry you a long way. Like you start writing a hit, then you feeling it, you know, you need to keep writing, because you in a good zone right now, and we don't know when that zone's going to come back for you. You know what I mean? So you got to just ride that wave. You got your ups and you got your downs, man. And it's crazy how synonymous that is to music and, you know, what you're actually looking at and listening to. So, you know, again, just understanding that dynamic, understanding, you know, where I'm at in life, and understanding, you know, what I want to achieve, you know, putting all that together, man, is pretty much why I do it.
Definitely. So let me ask you this, man. Is you still having fun? Still enjoying what you're doing right now?
Every day. There's not a day that I do this that I'm not having fun. I think that if you're not doing music because you genuinely enjoy doing music, then you're really in it for the wrong reason. Because, you know, as a creative individual, you're just expressing yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also trying to express yourself in the best way possible. That's why you're an artist and not just a regular human being like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because an artist is not only expressing his or her feelings, but they're expressing it in the best way that they can.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I really want you to see what I'm thinking about. So let me draw you this picture the best way I can. I really want you to know how I feel right now. So let me sing this song in that emotion, you know, or rap this verse in that emotion. So I think that the fun, that's never been a question. You know what I mean? The fun, the drive, the passion, that's never been a question. I don't think it'll ever be a question.
Yeah.
Again, you have your moments of doubt, you know, of self-questioning, but I think that's just natural as a human being. You know what I mean? You're gonna question if you need to wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? You're gonna question if you deserve to be living right now. You know what I mean? So it's not just solely, you know, for music, but speaking generally on music, you gotta believe in yourself, man. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't think that you really got a chance, then you probably don't have a chance. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really feel like you have a chance, you're gonna have that gut feeling. You know what I mean? You're gonna have that emotion in your heart, that feeling in your heart that lets you know I'm doing this for the right reasons. You know what I mean? And it's not because I want to get rich quick or because I want to have all the shoes or the clothes, the cars or anything like that. It's because I really want somebody to hear this message that I'm putting out and then for them to be able to relate to it. You know, you might be angry or you might be mad or sad or, you might feel like whatever, but nobody is putting that content out for you to relate to that. And now you feel alone, you feel isolated, or you feel like there's nobody else out there like that for you to, you know, to convey your message to. But there is somebody out there like that. You know what I mean? You just got to find them, or you got to let me find you. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm finding the people that need to hear this.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the man of the people right here, Amir Jackson, man. Definitely. Matter of fact, you're the first two-time guest on the Mixtape show, man. So appreciate
it's
that.
It's lit, baby. It's lit.
There you go, man. So if you listen to this, you definitely listen to us on the Mixtape show live right now, and you listen to us or you're watching us on DJs On Demand television, Mixtape show on demand. So appreciate you, Amir, man.
No doubt, baby.
Appreciate you everything you do, man. We definitely gonna have you back again when that project drops too.
Oh yeah, listen, when the album drops, I'm officially in album mode right now. Okay. So when I go into album mode, it's a whole nother beast. Like I said, I'm really finna start putting the pen to paper. I got all original production. Like it's really finna be a situation, and I'm just trying to not to be, you know, over the top with it because I feel like I know what's finna happen. But you know, we gonna stay humble. We gonna sit down. And we're going to keep our heads down. We're going to keep working. We're going to stay focused, steady the course. And again, like I said, I think the right people hear me. The right people are watching me. I'm getting the right type of support from the people that actually care about the music industry. So, you know, it's only up from here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only up from here. So again, like I said, I appreciate everything you do, not just for me, but for the rest of the indie artists out there. I think it's a great thing, man. I think the platform is going to blow up. So much success to you in the future, dog.
Definitely appreciate it, man. Well, you definitely gonna hear a lot from Amir, man. And we hopefully when that album comes out, we'll go down to Houston and we'll come chill and do a little show out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Amir Jackson. Gonna get into a couple more joints from that AS3. And if you're listening on DJ Kawan Radio, NGI Radio, we're gonna stream that AS3 project for the next couple weeks, so you have plenty of time to check it out. Hit this man up. Hit him on his Instagram. Oh, what's your contact info?
Yeah, man. So if you want to get at your boy, I'm not a big social media kind of guy. So you might want to send me an email, amirjacksonmusic@gmail.com. Definitely find me on Instagram, The Amir Jackson, Twitter, The Amir Jackson, Facebook, The Amir Jackson, SoundCloud, The Amir Jackson, YouTube, anything, Tidal. I got music on Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, the whole works, man. So we working right now, AS3 exclusively on SoundCloud and that Piff right now. Check that out, man. 10 fire tracks to get your day started. It's definitely going to get you right. DJ K1 in the mix. It's your boy.
Let's go. Let's get into this joint. We'll be right back.
It's a boy Reach.
I'm in that new body, it fit like two bodies. I'm hitting two hotties, we scouting new thotties. I'm cocked like two Johnnies, she wet like pool parties. I'm just a new artist, don't sound like new artists. At your headquarters, busting heads open, I'll engineer something. It's no more nice guy, slanging black eyes. I get a track life before the track dies. My flow gon' capsize. In the gym now, working limbs out. They really trying to see me pinned down. I'm trying to win out. Seem like you mad cause I'm my own man, I got my own sound. Yeah, say I can't blame you, folk. If I was sinking to the bottom, I would jump the boat. Now if you feel like it's a reach, I probably wouldn't jump. Go where the money going, buzz like honeycombs. You in the buddy zone, still acting funny though. It's all gon' come and go, no need to stunt the hoe. We kick 'em out the door and yo Geronimo. We got some back to fill, time to hit the field. Them niggas eating out here in the field. Here to close the deal, we climbing up the hill. Ain't no Jack and Jill, watch me make a meal. I cook and eat the meal, this what you need to seal. On my Bradley bill, it ain't no wall in here. Getting all the years, I built an audience. I'm in that money race, that's why I'm hard to catch. I spit out hornet's nest. Gun don't put a hole inside your chest, it take away your chest. Through the vest, fully loaded, so much ammo I invest. Always killing, in my best, no regard for what get left. That's professional as shit, got a special on them fifths. Circle small enough to flip, K-Camp to a bitch. Beat came from Ken Rich, tell him ID the Vic. And I'm down for the split, great work on the sense. Half your songs don't make sense, and you're trying to make sense. Your career on the fence, getting labeled as a stint. I'm a stick like lint, picture 3'10". Swear these bitches got me bent, I'm just trying to make the hits. Yeah, we gon' dog 'em out. Run them through that slaughterhouse. Find out who gon' break or not. Put you in the crucible and find out what you bout. If you was poppin', you'd have had this shit on lock by now. They entertain you cause there's no one else like me around. I'm really shining, I've been working on a golden sound. They say it's timing, well it's looking like the time is now. Fresh is juicy, I'm in Houston with the good acoustics. Gorilla abusive with the mic, I'm trying to move these units. You niggas old news, fossil fuel, no pollution. Garage band or Pro Tools, call that home improvement. Skyline Park in Dago City where I learned the movement. That's what I needed, I was young, dumb, and in illusions. A while back I caught stride, now I'm steady cruising. You should've never joined the race if you were scared to lose it. Fuck with me, fuck with me, fuck with me, fuck with me. But you know you can't fuck with me.
It's a bar reach.
Keep it up.